New tonight at 6, this Hollywood blockbuster has a Central Ohio connection. We're talking about Oppenheimer, and it is the epic thriller about the man who created the atomic bomb. But little do many people know that the man who piloted the Enola Gay carrying the A-bomb lived in Columbus for most of his life.
Yeah, 10 TV's photojournalist Bill Price takes us to Motts Military Museum in Groveport, home to the largest collection of memorabilia belonging to General Paul Tibbets.
This is Paul Tibbets' exhibit, who was the pilot of the Enola Gay that dropped the first atomic bomb. When I formed the museum in 1989, Paul was on my board. He was my very first board member, and he remained on my board of directors till he passed away in 2007. And he gave me a bunch of stuff, including his uniform and his flight suit and pieces of atomic trinitite and other things that he actually gave me. But when I met Paul, he come in here and started talking about the project he had of being the head of the 509th Bomb Group, which was the planning of both atomic bombs to be dropped on Japan. And he formed the crew members of each one of those crews. And from there, he went on to figure out how he was actually going to drop those two bombs. Paul was talking to me about how when he first met Oppenheimer, Paul had no idea what this bomb was. Nobody knew what this bomb was. And he told me that Oppenheimer was an amazing person. He said Oppenheimer was the smartest man that he ever met. And Oppenheimer's explained to me, now, Colonel, he says, you got to get away from that bomb. Once you drop that bomb, you got to bank and get away, because I don't know whether you're going to live or die, because this thing might catch you up in it, because it's a chain reaction. He had goggles like them little goggles there on his eyes. They says, you wear those, Colonel, because when that bomb goes off, it's going to be a horrendous flash. And he said the air was condensating as that shock wave was coming toward that plane, and the tail gunner thought that was the end. They were going to take them, and it hit the plane, and the plane's jerking all over the place. But he said, we got on the ground and found out that it was the shock wave. Again, nobody had ever experienced any of this thing. The people kept saying, don't you feel bad? No. He says, we ended the war. He said, the only thing I was worried about was the bomb going to go off. That was the main thing. If you put your mindset into what was going on in World War II at the time, we were fighting on two fronts, and it was just this close to losing.
So Paul's role in World War II, do you consider him a hero?
Oh boy, yeah, and he didn't like that word. He said the heroes are the ones that didn't come back.
Well, Paul Tibbets came to Columbus after the war and founded Executive Jet in Columbus, now known as NetJets. He was also a police officer with Groveport PD before he retired. We have more on this unique connection on 10tv.com. You can also watch 10TV's Kevin Lander's reporter's notebook from Wake Up CBS today, where he talked about his sit-down interview with Paul Tibbets.